Good day, everybody. I hope you're having a great Thursday so far. It's wonderful to see you all here today. Today we are going to continue on doing some photo editing in Lightroom Classic. So let's go ahead. We're going to start with some introductions. And hello everybody, my name is Shawn Kosel. I'm a photographer and I'm based in Germany. If you're watching this on Behance, you can click on my icon up that way and it'll take you here to my Behance page. Initially, it's going to take you to my live streams where I have, I don't know, 268 or something like that live streams. So you can check out my past live streams, a little bit about everything. Mr. Cousins, hello. Good to see you, David. Also, if you click on my work, you can check out my past work, and you can check out some of my past work, including the community's past work from our past challenges, the Creative Circus Challenge. And if you scroll down, there's even more challenges that you can check out. If you like what I do, feel free to subscribe there, or you can even buy me a cup of joe for $5. You will get a wallpaper that I made on Adobe Live right there of Budapest. So, Steven, hello. Woohoo, a new Kosel day. Happy streaming and hello. Hello. Thank you for being here. So you can buy me a cup of joe and get a wallpaper. If you're watching this on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, you will see a link tree in the description right there, Linktree link. That's kind of redundant, but sorry. So you can click on that and it will open up this where you can jump over to Behance if you would like to check out my page, or you can join my Discord. We're going to be taking a look at that a little bit. Okay, I think that is enough about me. And I got to tell you, David, for those of you that do not know, David Cousins is in, and let's go ahead, and I have to do this the long way. There we go. David Cousins is part of What's What Live, and I was supposed to be on their live stream this past Tuesday, and it was a little bit of a crash and burn, but to be perfectly honest, it was absolutely outstanding being able to hang out with David and Eric for 2 hours and just chat. We never can get enough about you. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I get sick of me. I mean, I stream what, around six times a week? That's too much for anybody. But let me go ahead, put this into chat so you can make sure to give that a follow if you don't already follow. But that was actually, I almost want to say it was more fun hanging out and getting to know the gentleman, rather than doing the stream. I mean, I don't think we would have been able to chat that personally, if the stream worked. So I hate to say it, I think it was kind of a benefit for me. David was probably sick of me, but you know, that's okay. Speaking about what's what also is, I heard a scoop about Tony Harmer. Did you record your chat on what's what? Will it be available? Oh, we should have. There would have to be some editing. There were probably quite a few bleeps that would have to be put in. There was a great deal of frustration by everyone. So you would hear a couple bleeps coming from me. But that actually would have been like a great podcast. Just listening to the three of us try to troubleshoot and get to know each other. Can we get the bleeps separate? There were times that it might have been like just bleep, 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 bleep. Oh, wait, it would have been more like bleep, bleep, David, bleep, 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 Eric, bleep, bleep. That's probably more like what it would be. I'm joking, by the way. They were very professional. It was a good time. It was a lot of fun. But it was wonderful to see Tony Harmer streaming again. He gave me a little bit of a shout out talking about Max on his stream, and I wasn't able to actually watch it live because I had to jump over to What's What. I just finished the Firefly stream. I had to get prepared for the What's What stream, so I totally missed it, but I did watch the replay, and it was great to see Tony back. David said, I didn't bleep. That's true. It was all Eric and I. No, I won't even throw Eric under the bus. It was me. It was just me. Wait. This is David's and Eric's response to my bleeps. They were such English gentlemen, and they couldn't believe the I can't even do it. I can't do it. He's so American. Cusses. Who? That was a really bad impersonation of anything, and I apologize if I offended anybody. All thoughts and bad impersonations are not by me, so send your messages someplace else. Evie, hello. Good to see you, Evie. Way to take me off topic, because I really needed to stop talking about that. But Tony Harmer, if you end up ever seeing this replay, it is wonderful to see you back, and I hope that you are doing well, and you know we all wish the best for you. So hopefully speedy recovery, you get back to 100%, and we missed you. Evie says, okay, which tangent would you like to go down instead? Oh, there'll be tangents. This is my stream. There will be tangents. Okay. David's throwing Eric under the bus. He says, hot. Let's be honest. Eric bleeped. We all bleeped. It was a frustrating night. And David says it's great to have Tony back. It is. He is a scholar and a gentleman, and sorely missed during those 2 months. So, not to get mushy, but I think he knows how we feel about him. Okay, let's jump into my Discord. If you're watching this on Behance, you can scroll down below and it'll say something like join Shawn's Behance. You can join it from my link tree or even from my Behance page. We've got a lot of feeds happening, but as of right now, the only thing we really cared about. Okay, David, you are right. David says, I only bleeped upon request for comedy purposes. And that is 100% correct. David had his show. So when David performs, he's a little blue. That's all I can say. Don't think Eddie Murphy blue, but maybe Richard Pryor blue? Now I'm dating myself. Okay. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. So, we do have a Firefly community, and a lot is going to be talking about Firefly in the future. So, we're going to check that out. So, if you are making... Oh, no. Victoria, hello? Why am I getting a... Am I frozen? I'm back? Okay, that was really... I've never had that happen before. I think David might be bad luck. I just got a bad connection. So, David, if you could message Eric and tell him to stop messing with Behance, It's messing with my stream. I apologize if I just froze a little bit there. I got a funky connection happening on Behance, but everything looks good now. Victoria, welcome in. I don't think I know who you are. Do I know you? I do not. Okay, just looking at your work. We passed on the curse. Oh God, don't. Please don't. It's running, but we had some seconds drawing donut on the screen. Now it's fine again. Oof, oof. Yeah, the circle of death. Okay, Vikram has been busy, so let's take a look at a little bit of this. Bruce says, sorry, it was me. I tripped over the Behance wire. I don't doubt it, Bruce. By the way, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're well. Anybody that's new into Firefly, one of the things that you can do is you can click on an image. You come down here. Let me switch sides. And you can click on Open in Browser. And when you do that, you will actually get part or all of the prompt that was used to generate this. So Vikram used river with glowing cave. That was the prompt for this one. And I think that's pretty cool. Very interesting. Usually you don't get too many flowers inside of caves. Unless that's maybe fungus. Maybe they're growing mushrooms. It is moist in there with the river. That one's pretty cool. I like the beam of light coming in. Don't know what's happening over here, but I like it. Maybe these are fireflies or glowworms. Evie says, I feel like I've arrived early for class and now I'm feeling a little discombobulated. Why? Why are you feeling discombobulated? You shouldn't. You're on time, Evie. Unless you're still asleep. Then there's a possibility. I understand that. We have, in the city of tomorrow, a car sculpted from compositable plastic bricks glided like a technical something or another. Burnt. Hello. Fireflies are pretty on brand. Yes. Bruce says, hiya, Shawn. Hello, everybody. Welcome back, by the way. I'm well. Thank you, Shawn. Totally missed a lot of streams trying to catch up. Not a problem. Is Bruce's mom also with us? If so, hello, Bruce's mom. I have not been given that up yet. Diggs? Hey, what's up, G? What's up, G? I can't pull that off. Good to see you over on Twitch. Thank you for stopping in. The weird thing here is, like, this one, you've got one car, and then the other cars look normal. Well, for Firefly. So it's just one car. Now they try to get, like, this is a hybrid. They got a normal car. I don't even know what that is. It's an interesting concept. I'll give it that. Let's see. With vibrant imagination, they sculpted intricate castles from crayons, turning simple tools something or another. So, crayon castles. You guys always give me grief when I say crayon. I say it lazily. Oh my gosh, what is going on with this person? What is this? Why, Firefly? Why? Oh my goodness. I mean, I guess there's 4 fingers there? Can't see the thumb? Well, something funky's happening there. Whew. And out of clay. And why is this person's tongue sticking out? Why? Okay, that one's just... Oh my goodness. Okay. Moving on. In a whimsical pink world, everything from the sky to the tree is a vibrant shade of pink. Too much pink. There's never too much pink. Great singer. That's a thinking tongue. I still do that. That always, I find it amusing only because I don't do it. And I understand why people do it. Anytime that you're working, you're got your own faces or whatever it is that you do when you're really concentrating. On a frozen lake beneath the starry night, 2 hearts melted the ice with every graceful something. So poetic. It's Barbie time. That would make a nice card. That one's kind of fun. Different. All right, how many more of these? Okay. Way to go, Evie. Support the community. These are all super Vikram. I feel like Firefly has a consistent style. Stuart. We got Stuart, everybody, pushing the mouse. It does look like a book cover. Yeah, I was thinking greeting card, but yeah, I would go with that. Stuart, it is great to see you. I hope you're having a great day. As a volcano erupted beneath the sea, beside the unknown creature's home, it triggers a deep... Wow. That is an angry fish. That's... Like, hey, what are you doing to my home? Now, you did post something. Okay, I'll take a look, Evie. This guy, girl, person, adventurer, standing here. Which one's scarier? The volcano or the monster? It's up for debate. Okay. Wait, Evie. Where did you post it? Let me know where you posted it. In a future where wormholes have on a perilous journey through a forgotten, unstable wormhole. A lot of wormholes. Oh, there is. A wormhole within a wormhole. I don't know if that has a different name, but... Interesting. If I refresh, what do you don't make me refresh Discord. It's not under the Firefly. Are you sure you posted it to my Discord, Evie? No? Yes? Ah, here we go. You put it under community artwork. All right, we're back. We're back, everybody. I never know what Evie's gonna do, so I have to end up going off screen to make sure it's safe. By the way, David, if you're still here, this is Evie. This is the one I was talking about, that she was making me say bad words in Welsh. live. Okay. Evie says, oh, haven't shared anything anywhere in a while. Something I'm working on as part of a set. Ooh, I want to see the set. Let's go big mode here. And making sure, yep, I'm not blocking anything. I'm so glad to be here with you. Bruce says, I did start catching your replay from yesterday, Shawn. Beautiful shots on your trip. Thank you, Bruce. Evie, I absolutely love this. I love the texture that you've got going on. The shading, the texture in the shirt, well, all over the texture. You absolutely nailed it. You've got the flag for disability. Oh, there's a name for it. Not the disability flag. I love the hair. I absolutely love the hair that you've got going on. The depth that you've created with just the different colors and is absolutely stunning. Is great. Butterflies are beautiful. I love the gradients, the colors you've got going on. Just everything about this is wonderful. Oladusa, hello. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I doubt if I did, but I tried. Wow, Evie says it's all digital, pastel background, ink brush, outline, and pencil for texture, Kyle's brushes. Disability pride flag. I was hitting it all around and I just couldn't get it. Loana, hello. What are we discussing? As of right now, we are looking at some of the community's artwork, but shortly I will be getting into Adobe Lightroom Classic. So, Robert, hello. It is good to see you, Robert. For some of you that may not know, that may be new here, and I got this was from last night's Firefly stream. Somebody was giving me grief for reacting to chat. And I was like, do you know what I do? That is my entire bit, is reacting to chat. That's it. I have no talent. I just react to chat. Okay. I love the fact you've got the outlines and you have different details within the outlines. A little bit, more detail there, a little bit or less detail. That's fun. That is a lot of fun. I want to see the set. So Evie, when you're done with the set, please make sure to share. I want to show it off. I absolutely want to show it off. So please keep it coming and great work. You are a brave reactor, Shawn. David says, I love reacting to chat. Ignore them, Shawn. Oh, no, I called them out. Okay. So that is my Discord. Anybody new here, if you want to join my Discord, all you have to do is scroll down below if you're watching this on Behance, and you'll see a link saying join Shawn's Discord. If you're watching this on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, find that Linktree link and go ahead, jump in here, and you will see a join my Discord, and you can join my Discord. We've got a couple feeds. Evie posted in the community artwork. And if you have a project that you would like me to check out, you can actually post it within the projects, and I'm more than happy to talk about it and show it off on my streams. Also, if you have photos to edit, unedited photos that you wonder how I would edit them, what I would do with them, you can upload your photos here to your photos to edit, and when I have enough photos, I will be doing another stream on how I edit your photos. That's always a fun stream. I love looking at what it is that you are creating with your cameras. So, okay, we're gonna jump into Lightroom Classic, not Photoshop yet. I don't even know if we're going to need Photoshop, but we're going to start here. Last night's Firefly stream, I wanted to show off a series of different AI features that people are not aware of. So if I open this up, you're going to see these photos here. I've got a series of photos. Now, with this photos, how many photos do you edit per stream though, Shawn? More than 2, Evie. Usually when it's my photos, I only get through 2 or 3 photos. But when I'm working on your photos, I actually try to get through many. But of course, there's a lot. Stuart says maybe half an image or 1. Okay, so I was shooting with a 35mm camera, 35mm lens, excuse me, and with the size of the landscape, I could not get it. So what I did is I took the photos as a panoramic, and in Lightroom Classic, I stitched them together, and here it is. You can see the white spots that we've got going on up here. That is where I screwed up taking the photo. Either I moved the camera, I tilted the camera, whatever. It's my fault. It's operator error. But this is pretty normal. In the past, what you used to do is just crop it out. Then in Lightroom Classic, they added content aware fill within Lightroom Classic, which is an AI generated Sensei AI generation, and it did an okay job. You would have to come back through and actually restitch stuff. Shuttered Down Photography, welcome in. Hey man, rewatched episode 2 last night. Very good job. Thank you so much. That must have been the puffins. I'm gonna try to stay away from puffins today because Tuesday stream was nothing but puffins. So less puffins today. I didn't think I'd ever say that. Evie says great stitch up. Yeah, Lightroom Classic does a great job. Is that a parking meter on the right hand side? Maybe. David, gotta go now. Good to talk to you with at least one of us streaming. Oh, ouch. David, have a great day. Thank you for stopping in. And I've been in chat with Eric trying to get things figured out. We'll get it done. Have a good day. So at this point, I took it into Photoshop beta and used the generative fill. Now, I'm gonna say this, it has to be said, you know that the majority of my shots I'm gonna end up selling on Adobe stock. This photo here, I cannot sell on Adobe stock. Because I use generative fill, the AI, within Photoshop beta, I cannot put this photo up for sale because it is no longer 100% my photo. As of right now, I cannot try to sell this photo. I can't try to sell it to stock. Nope, can't do it. So I would have to do something with this photo personally. I could jump into Photoshop, use content aware fill. I could try to clone it, many different ways. But just to be clear, that photo I cannot sell. That photo I can. Robert says, I have a guide in my camera. How help me, then I take a panoramic. I have levels, but when you okay, we're gonna talk about this really quick, and I've talked about this often, but I think it's important. When you are photographing, and I've got no lenses, no cameras right here. Okay. Seriously have nothing. Within the front of your lens, where the light first enters, is called a nodal. That is supposed to be your pivot point when you are taking a panoramic like this. So what you're supposed to do is you move around that pivot point, okay? That's gonna help you when you stitch it together. That's the correct way to do it. I did not do that. With this photo, and I'll show it in a moment, I held here and I pivoted the camera using my body as the pivot, which is wrong, and I know it. But I also know that Lightroom Classic does a good enough job that I can still make it work. I also have another program that I like to use that is very, very difficult, which is called PT GUI for stitching photos together. So, anyway, I wanted to talk about that really quick. That's what we jumped into. I've got a series of different panoramics, but I don't think we're gonna get into that unless you wanna see it. If that's something that interests you, we can always jump into panoramics. That's not a problem. But today, I think I want to try to deal with some landscapes. Let me see. Let's get out. Now, I have to be honest. Okay, wait, Steven says, RE writes, I am totally with you, but it's still yours. If you change colors, denoise it, or remove a parking meter, okay. It's getting too deep, but it's worth some thought. Okay, wait. At least if you want to print it yourself, then the gen fill is useful. Yes. Okay, hold on. We need to come back here. Panos, there we go. Legally, and I am an Adobe ambassador. I'm an Adobe community expert. I do pre-beta testing, so I do not want to break Adobe's rules. And Adobe's rules, as of right now, are you cannot sell, and even if, let me come back here. Get back here. 99% of the photo is mine. That 1% that I use generative fill to fill the edges, it's still mine, but I don't have the right to those parts of the image. So those do not belong to me, which means I don't have the right to sell it. So there you go. Hang on. How do you get the panoramic if you don't also move your body? Are you joking, Evie? Okay, hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'm grabbing a lens. Okay. It doesn't matter which lens I grabbed. What do we have here? We've got a 24 to 70 2.8. All right. So the front, the concaved part of the lens where the light first enters is called the nodal. So as the example, and this is black and I'm all in black, this is tough to see, but this section right here is your pivot point. So when you are taking the photo, you want to actually move around that point. Now, there are people that I have seen, they have taken, because stitching used to be extremely difficult. They used to take a string, tie it to the end, and have like a weight on the end of the string that goes all the way down to the ground. That way, they know straight up and down what their pivot point is as they take either a 360 or just a panoramic photo. I have a tripod head that's specifically designed to move. You've got your regular pivot head on a tripod, but it has a series of arms that is able to, instead of having it on the center of your camera, it moves it back to line up with the nodal. So that is what you were trying to do. Vishal, hello, welcome in on YouTube. So that's what I meant by not, I'm sitting here and I'm spinning in a chair. Ouch. Okay, so I'm doing this. That's wrong. This is supposed to stay the same and I'm supposed to move around the lens. Okay, I'm on a phone camera person, so a stick to rest my phone on would be a good idea. Yeah, you could. All right. I have to be very careful with this lens. It's my most expensive lens. My baby. Okay. Let's jump back in. Let's go ahead, close down the panoramics. Getting back up. I hope it makes sense, Evie. I mean, it's something that I have, I've worked on for years because I used to do 360 panoramic, full 360 panoramic photos. So I used to stitch them together myself, and you could look at them through VR goggles. How much gear did you take on your trip? Must have been a lot. Oh, Bruce, you have not heard. You have not heard. Okay. The first day we were in Reykjavik. I'm gonna screw the names up beyond belief. So it was absolutely pouring down rain, and it was horrible. Now, the majority of my camera gear, it is dust and water resistant. The lens that I had, I killed the autofocus. So I killed it. So the very first day, I sacrificed one of my lenses to the Viking gods of weather. And from that point on, after the first day, it was absolutely great weather for Iceland. So it's very happy. I want to get out of the city shots. I don't want to do city shots today. We're not going to do any of the harbor shots. No, thank you. We've got the museum. Okay. The sun voyage. And here we go. Now, whenever you go someplace new, you are... I'm so stunned by the landscape within Iceland. I was just so excited. I was taking photos of everything. I was not, in my mind, I wasn't thinking, I'm gonna wait for something better. I just took the photos. At any point in time that I was like, wow, okay, this is cool. This landscape is cool. I stopped and took photos. Now, a lot of these photos, am I gonna do anything with them? Probably not, no. Yeah, Steven says, resistant does not mean dive into a bathtub. And I tell you what, by the time I got back to the hotel room, it was like being in a bathtub. It was soaked. I was soaked. Did I walk into that one? Sorry, didn't catch that part of the stream. All aboard, the tangent bus is leaving. Yeah. So one of the things, I mean, I just absolutely love this landscape. It's gorgeous. Now, the downfall here is it's so vast. It's just so big. It's hard to get a handle. Daryl, hello. Good to see you. Daryl says, I'll be sitting here quietly due to a silly deadline. Well, welcome in, Daryl. Hopefully I can keep you entertained a bit. So some of these photos I will maybe work on, maybe not. As you can see right up here, like this photo here, I shot with an 8mm fisheye lens. And Bruce was asking how much gear I took. So I took a 8mm fisheye lens. I took a 8mm fisheye lens, a 35mm prime lens, a 105, an 18-105 zoom lens, which is the one that died, and then my 200 to 500mm lens, mainly for the puffins. And so I was prepared, and that was a very specific reason, knowing that there was going to be chances of anything. Now, how does the lens die? The autofocus, I don't think this one has it. I may have to grab the other one. No, it does. Okay. That is a good question. So, first off, hopefully you can see at the top of this lens, up here, you're going to see these connection points. So one of two things happened. One of the connection points came undone, or, and this is what I think, is on the manual to automatic focus button right there, the slider. I think water got into there and the slider just fried the connection. So it's one of those two things. So I need to take the lens apart to see if it's a connector, and that could be an easy fix. If it's the slider, it's toast, and which is fine, which is perfectly fine. That lens is 10 years old. I mean, I have some very old lenses. I buy old Nikon lenses just to see what they would do. Shutter says my 150 to 500 won't focus and comes up with an error code on the screen. It might be your aperture blades. No, it's not the aperture blades, because all that worked fine. I could still control the f-stop from my camera. I could control all that, no problem at all. It was absolutely the autofocus. I could jump in, and because I continued shooting with that lens. I actually just used it as a manual focus. So everything else worked great on it. So it just may become a manual lens. Yeah, I've got those. Okay, let's go ahead and hit I. We're going to continue on. Good question, though. All right, now these I am loving. Now you are looking at absolutely raw photos. I don't know how well this is coming across because I know there's some compression on the stream, but this photo, I love the depth that we've got going on. What you've got here, that's too zoomed in. Let me go about 200. Yep. This is old lava with moss growing on it. And with the lighting that we've had, it almost gives it the feel that it's glowing. It is so cool. The depth, the clouds. I need to bring out some more clouds out of this photo. I love the fact we've got this volcano in the back. We've got this mountain range. We've got the water. We have the range over on this side here. There is so much on this photo. I want to dive into it. I want to dive. Let's edit. Everybody take note. Officially, I'm 45 minutes in, and I'm gonna edit my first photo. Let's go ahead and hit D for develop. Thank you, Robert. Okay. First off, I am taking a look. Now, usually I have everything set up. So under lens correction right here, whenever I import any image at all, it's automatically the lens profile and the remove chromatic aberration is automatically checked. So Lightroom Classic checked those as soon as I imported my images. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't know this lens. So we actually have to go through and do it manually. And I may actually have to... And I don't know if I actually want to do this because I kind of liked the shape that we had going on. Okay, I think it's the... No, I am not liking that. You can always play with distortion. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know if I want to. I mean, if we come back, I'm trying, I think it is the 2. There was a secondary one. They might have gotten rid of it. Yeah, I'm not liking that. We're just gonna go ahead, hit reset, and let's see. Shutter. Okay, so you have your lens and warp it to your liking. With this image, what made you take it? The lighting. Absolutely the lighting. First off, a lot of this, for 8 days driving around Iceland, it's one of those things that all I want to do is whenever I see something and I'm able to pull off the road, because pulling off the road is illegal in Iceland. You can't just pull off wherever you want. People do it and it's very dangerous. And it's also destructive to the environment. So you have to have an actual place to pull off at. And whenever there was anything I could catch, I was like, oh my God, I need that photo. Hold on really quick. Stuart says, forgot to ask Shawn, do we have a new date for the What's What stream? No, because we don't know if they're streaming yet. Hold on. So many commercials today. Sorry, everybody. All right. I think we are going to have to go in. Wow, that lost so much. One of the things that I really want to make sure that I do not lose is over in this area, I want to make sure that we have that upslope, that we've got it coming in that way. I'm okay that this continues this way. Usually I don't like having an upslope like that going off the edge because it'll draw your eye out of the photo, but I'm actually okay with that. But we're gonna just keep that to a minimum. One of the other things, I don't want to get this rock too close to the edge and create a little bit of a tangent there. And I'm kind of just looking at everything, and I don't mind that. I do mind that it feels as if we are a little bit, we're not perfectly straight. We don't have a horizon that's occurring to go off of, but that actually feels better. It's very minute, but that feels better to me. That's the before. That's the after. So just some very minute changes. Let's go into our basic panel. We don't need transform because we don't need to transform anything. There's no buildings, nothing to keep straight. So first off, and I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a test. And I have a spot on my screen and it's driving me crazy. Hold on. I like to keep my screens clean. So, oh, you come on now. There we go. Another speck. All right, let's get at this. I'm going to try the Terry White process, and we're going to go ahead and hit the auto button, see what we get. They are annoying, and I don't like any of that. Command Z. They do get annoying, and the funny thing is, because I stream so much, there are a little bit of particulates. You know, I have on my dead cat, I've got my pop filter right there. But I need one like for my screen. Okay, so first off, let's go ahead and see what we can get just globally to begin with. Now, oh my gosh. Okay, if you're looking through here, we've got these some sunbeams that are starting to come through. Now, it looks completely unnatural, but I am digging that, and I'm gonna need, we're probably gonna need to use more of a local adjustment on the clouds to bring that up. Let's bring up our shadows just a bit. Bruce, it's difficult. It's difficult. Bruce is saying, say it, don't spray it. I did not think that I was peeking that far out. I want the news, not the weather. Nice. Nice. Okay. We're going to change. I'm going to do this in a different way. Frank, hello. How are you? It has been a while. So I have taken, and a lot of times what I will do is I take the same image with multiple exposures. I'm liking this one a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click. We're going to go down and create a virtual copy. We're going to create one. We're going to right click and we're going to go to. Now hitting G for our grid. You can see what we've got. We've our number here. is 014. So we have 014. Whoa. We have 014 and we have 014. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the first one. I'm going to hit D for develop, and we're going to bring the exposure up one stop. I'm going to hit G for grid. We're going to come back to the last one, hit D for develop. We're going to go take our exposure down one stop, hitting G for grid. Now I'm going to click on the first one, hold shift, click on the third one. We're going to right click, and this is the way to create HDR photos without doing HDR photography. So we're going to merge these into an HDR. We do not need any ghosting because nothing is moved, because they're all the same photo. We could leave the auto settings on or off. Let's go ahead. We're going to leave it on for right now. And I've got create stack, which I love using stacks, and let's merge. This will take a second. Ooh, interest peaked. Did it peak? I mean, are you done, Evie? I just started. Why are you already done? Okay. So now this is what we ended up with. I'm going to go ahead, hit D for develop, and you can see over here that everything has already moved. So with that, now I can make the adjustments of what I want. First off, we're going to take the contrast down to 0. Next off, let's take the exposure down. We are peaking. Let's see where we're peaking. We're peaking up here in our pure whites and our blacks. I'm actually okay with both of those. We've got the sun coming through. We've got nice rays hitting these hills here. Liking that. Let's bring our shadows down a bit. I feel the saturation. We're going to take that down to 0. Next off, let's go in. I need to adjust this again. I don't like it. Very minute. Actually, this one's not as bad. It's not as bad. Yeah, it has some really nice rays happening here. Very subtle. Very, they're subtle. The atmosphere that you're getting to get those rays, unfortunately, our background is so far in the back that you're really losing it. But we've got nice, kind of almost a splash of sun coming through the clouds. So I'm digging that. Okay. Let me see here. Let's bring up our blacks just a little bit. General hello. Anytime that you're darkening something up, you're also increasing the saturation. So I don't mind adding vibrance into a scene. I don't want to add saturation, an overall saturation to it. So I want everything, that's the before. I want everything to be subtle. That's the after. Like what we've got going on. I still feel the shadows are a bit too much. So let's bring those down just a tad. And the one thing I forgot to do is to actually check to see if I've got any water spots on my lens. So we're going to visualize spots, and I They look good. No spots. We're happy there. Now let's get into a little bit of texture. I want to add some texture. Actually, no, I'm not going to add texture that way. We're going to go up to our masks. I'm going to grab a linear gradient. I'm going to pull from the bottom, holding shift, and we're going to make this right about there. So everything in the red is going to be adjusted. Now I'm going to add our texture and clarity here. Increase that. I need to get rid of the black marks. And yeah, just a little bit. I think I might have gone too far with the clarity. You need to be so subtle. Gareth, how are you? Okay. I'm digging that. All right, we're gonna add let's name this. We're gonna just call this foreground, hitting OK. What's the difference between texture and clarity? Texture, initially, when Adobe came out with it, they wanted to use it as a skin smoothing tool. So let me show you an example. When they started, yeah, let's jump into this one. Okay, so when they came out with this tool in Lightroom Classic initially, the texture was supposed to be smoothing. So you can see how soft it's adding that. Well, they realized that with this smoothing tool, if you went the other way, that it's actually adding texture in. So if I go way over the top, it's adding almost like sharpness. It's like sharpening your image, and it's taking it way over the top. If I go the other way, you can see how soft it makes everything. So they realized, instead of calling it smoothing and having it where you pull to the right and it smooths skin, let's say, they said, no, we're gonna name it texture and we're gonna have it that. So think of it as adding texture and depth to the skin, but it's opposite. That's what it was made for, was skin. But you can double click on the texture, that'll set it back. Now, clarity, what you are doing is you're adding and subtracting light from your midtones. So you're not dealing with your blacks and your whites. With your clarity, you're actually adding to everything in the middle. And what you can do is, if you watch up here, this is my middle. I have very little. At this point, I have 0 because let me set it back to watching your midtones, which is the middle part here in the histogram. Watch that as I move it back and forth. So if I go all the way up, see how that rises? And because there's so much green and yellows, the yellows have jumped up quite a bit there in the midtones. And if I take it to the opposite with clarity, again, it's taking all those midtones away and making it flat. So you really want to be gentle with clarity. Texture, yeah, you can have fun with it. But when it comes to clarity, you really want to be gentle, because if you can go over the top like that, and now it looks like the 2000 HDR photos. And if that's what you're into, if that's what you're trying to get, go for it. I'm not telling you how to edit. Yes, I am. That's my entire stream today. Don't do it. Be gentle. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's get back into this one. All right. That's what pro photos look like. General. What am I? Come on. Oh, he's just a streamer. He's not a photographer. He doesn't know anything about photography. He only streams. He has a script he reads. He doesn't know. He knows nothing. Hitting D for develop. Hold on, was that right? Let me check my teleprompter. D for develop. Yep, okay. He's a paid actor. I wish. I wish. Adobe, take a hint. People are asking for me to get paid. Okay. Wow. Now let's get back in here. We're gonna add some texture. No, did this in the mask. We need to get back in the mask. Getting back into our foreground mask. Let's scroll down. I don't want to go too much with the clarity. So up here at the top, you can hit the eyeball and that will turn the mask on and off so you can see what's going on. And it's subtle. I still think it's too much. There we go. Very, very minute changes. Okay, next off, let's create another one. And this time I'm gonna do a select sky. So let's click on that. And this is interesting. And this is something that the team has been told. I hit select sky. It selects the sky. How come it doesn't know to name that sky? Like, come on. I actually hit the button, select sky, so the team knows about it. I think they're working on it. No, I don't want, I don't want that. We're gonna delete that. That's impossible even for a computer. General. Okay, now I'm gonna try something a little bit different here. And what I wanna do is we're gonna bring down our highlights a little bit more. And I also want to warm up that top. I am doing very minute. I don't wanna go too far. Like, see how we've got the yellows of the sun coming through there, and then we've got the blues? What I'm trying to have is, yes, this is a morning shot, but having that section a little bit almost of a sunrise, or the warmness of the clouds being at that top edge is what I'm going for. And I need to be really, really gentle with that. Because if I go over the top, it looks horrible, horrid. So always be gentle. See, that's too much. That's way too much. And turning things off and on and seeing your changes, there we go. I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. All right, let's get out of that. We'll go back into our sliders. Now I'm going to do an overall exposure, which usually I do not like to do. So I'm going to just do that a very tiny bit. So that is our before. That is our after. I think I want to add a little bit of contrast. And so I'm going to do that in the tonal curve. So let's go ahead. We're going to put a point in the middle. Let's go ahead, add a little bit in our high mid-tones and bringing, oof, I do not want to do that. Very minute. Now, again, I feel that the greens have become oversaturated because everything is darker. So we're going to jump into our HSL, or hue saturation luminance. We're going to jump into our saturation, and we're going to pull these greens down a little bit. Just a tiny bit. And you can see, wow, look how much yellow. Like, the yellow moved 16 and the green moved 0. Like, it's saying there are no greens here at all. This is all yellow. So that is interesting. R2K2. Oh, R2 Kosel 2. Oh my gosh. For those of you that do not get the joke, General's full name is General Kenobi. So any Star Trek references, that's why. All right, let's go into our effects. I always like to add a little bit of vignette, just to bring the eye back into the center. General says, that's a name I've not heard in a long time. And Devlin is giving me an oh my gosh. And Daryl's laughing. Daryl and Stuart are huge Star Trek. Star Wars fans. I'm sorry. And so Daryl's laughing Star Trek. Bruce is saying, did he say Star Trek? Evie says, I love Star Trek too. Oh my God, too much fun. I'm digging that. I like that. I'm gonna call that. No, let's go into our detail. We need to add a little bit of sharpening. Daryl, I apologize because the only thing in my mind was yours and Stuart's paintings or illustrations that you both made of Christmas, of you both playing with the Star Wars toys. And when I said Star Trek, I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. We're gonna give this a little bit of sharpening. The Southwest Christmas special. I didn't know Southwest Airlines had a Christmas special. So I'm holding down the Option key, checking out what it is that I am actually sharpening, and white reveals, black conceals the sharpening. So there we go. General. Oh, Stuart. Oh, the vet pose. Yes. Okay. I'm happy with that. So right off the bat, we're going to go ahead, hit G. I'm going to give that a 5-star rating. So we don't lose it. Let's move on. You can see as I was photographing, one of the things I really like to do, due to the fact of the clouds that we were getting in the exact same location, is really darkening things up, looking at the clouds. One of the options that I could have actually done is very simply taken this photo and this photo into Photoshop and took the clouds from this one and put it into here. It's the same photo. It's kind of the same thing as doing an HDR, but being very much more specific. Oh, you failed, Your Highness. Look at that. He's not even calling me ambassador anymore. Just Your Highness. Send a shuttle to pick up Lord Kosel. Oh my goodness. What's wrong with space buns? All I can think about is Leia with Jabba the Hutt. space puns. You guys are gonna get me into trouble. Oh my goodness. Focusing, and you wonder why I only get to edit like 2 photos a stream. Oh, don't know. We're not gonna be going down the space balls. Oh, that's you really get me into trouble then. Jeez. I took a ton of photos. I mean, I loved what we had going on there. T-shirt Zone 24. Hello there. God, the lighting was good. Okay. We're gonna move on. Seeing what else that we've got there. Waterfalls. We need to get into some waterfalls. I am good, T-shirt. How are you doing? Okay, I'm gonna look at your Behance, and if you have photos of T-shirts, Eric, hello. Welcome to my stream. Okay, just because I somebody comes in with the name T-shirt Zone 24, and when you click on their Behance and you see something other than T-shirts, I would have been surprised. Okay, very cool. Welcome in, T-shirt. That's a good way to get plugged. Have an interesting name, like Eric. Where am I? I'm in Lightroom Classic. Okay. Eric, how are things going with the stream? Another commercial break. I gotta pay the bills somehow. Come on. I don't see T-shirts. All right. So let's go ahead. I am checking lighting. Stuart says, we are editing photos in today's stream. May well be a photo, but Shawn will take for more. We'll try for more. I don't understand that. May well be a photo. Eric says, still dabbling. I am planning on helping you out. The sheep, yes. The sheep were tough. And it was mainly due to the fact of where you could go. I mean, I got cats. Yeah, cats. I've never shown photos of cats. I've never had photos of cats. This was at a hot spring. You can see right here. Not quite a geyser. Oh, all right. These are the ones I want to jump into. This was absolutely amazing. Look at all of these waterfalls. Oh, I didn't put the name in this one. Okay. So, I mean, just this entire, I think this waterfall is like 1 kilometer long. It's just massive. It's this entire area. So I was shooting again with my 8mm fisheye lens, trying to encompass it all. Now you can see what we've got going down here. We've got the handrail, because when I'm using this 8mm lens, it's actually taking in 181 degrees. Michelle, hello. So we can see what we can get out of this. After just taking a few of these photos, I switched lenses, and started going in a different direction, and also shooting HD, well, okay, a little HDR. All right, let's get back here. One did I like? I like that one. So let's go in D for develop. Let's go to our lens correction and see what we can get out of this. It may be completely like useless, like, nah, not so good. Or it may be okay, but we'll try it. By the way, Michelle, it has been a while since I have seen you. Michelle asks, how was Iceland? It was spectacular. Michelle says, I've been busy. She's telling me to be quiet. Shh. She's trying to work. I think I'm okay with that. All right, let's jump into our crop. And I think I want to do a panoramic with this one. Evie says, to be honest, I thought this was a stream with little tiny waterfalls coming from grassy lumps, but didn't know what the big deal was. You mean the fact that it's like a kilometer long? Big deal. Pretty cool. I don't. I'm not a fan. I'm not sold on this. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. I mean, there are so many waterfalls in Iceland. The funniest thing. Oh, these are not that high. This kind of, okay, well, this kind of shows you the perspective. We've got people up here. This is on the other side. So it's probably about the same height as this. So they're not huge. They're not super tall. But for this one, this waterfall, the length is what is so absolutely impressive. And I'm shooting with my broken lens here. That's why I missed some focus. Going through the gorge. Okay, we're moving on. The other thing that I find really interesting, and you will see people that show Iceland photos, a ton of churches. Yes, Michelle, a broken lens. The very first day, it was like monsoon raining, and I was not going to give up and not take pictures. So I was out in the rain and it soaked my lens to the point that it no longer focuses. So I have to use a manual focus, which means depending upon the f-stop, the depth of field, it's very touchy when you're doing it manually and with gloves on. But I wasn't afraid of getting that lens wet again. It's raining. Let's just get the broken lens out. Okay, so the big thing you're going to see a lot of from people that do any type of their first trips to Iceland are a ton of these little tiny churches. and they are everywhere. And what they are, they're for cemeteries. You don't see, I mean, I don't know if they use these churches for normal services, but there's always a cemetery next to it. So we call them, and at certain places call them quiet churches because of the fact that they're for cemeteries. I did not see Slash. I didn't know Slash was in Iceland. I did see Bjork. I'm joking. I didn't see Bjork. Oh, Michelle's saying you could get some cool arty effects with that lens. I go to thrift shops and I buy old Nikon lenses for like $3-4. And I do mean old, really old, just to see what I can do with them, what I would get. Gareth is singing, "It's oh so quiet." Shh, shh. Funny thing about that song, it was a joke that I used to use quite a bit. The Bjork song. And to a German, I did that to a German, and he went, "How do you know that song?" And I'm like, because Bjork did it and I know it. They played it on the radio. And the guy's like, I don't know who Bjork is, but you need to look at like the 1908 version on YouTube. German version of It's Oh So Quiet from like 1908 or 1922, something like that. I don't remember. And I laughed so hard because first off, Germans, when you shush somebody, you don't go shh, you go psst. So the song is "It's Oh So Quiet," psst, psst. I'm like, are you serious? Okay. Ooh, slightly missed focus there. 99 Luftballons. Yes, is superior to 99 red balloons. I agree. I asked I was with at a German party, and I asked them, why are there no German songs on the radio? It's like 99% English, American song, or not American, it could be UK, whatever, English songs on the radio. Their response is, "We had one #1 song ever." And I was like, "Oh yeah, 99 Left Balloons." And they're like, "Yes, you know it?" I'm like, "Of course, it was German's only #1 song." But I think they have another #1 song right now with Tino's, yeah. Never heard the Red Balloons version. Wow. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to go D for develop. These clouds in the background are non-existent. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead, hit Shift O. Shift O. Come on. Okay, just O then. We're gonna change this up a little bit. Which side do I like? I like the rocks. Let's go ahead and lock this down. I am really surprised you never heard that version, Frank. I like the foreground. Oh, ooh, that is posh. Franck says, in France, we listen the original version only. Does that mean like all songs or just that one? All right, I want a little bit more of that rock right there. Yes, the Luftballons is the original. You are correct. In America, we had red balloons first, and then the Luftballons came after, and I think it ended up being a bigger hit than the red balloons. I need a golden ratio in my Fresco app. Send that suggestion to the team. Like, I don't know what type of overlays that you've got in Fresco, but if you want these in Fresco, pass it to the Fresco team. That should be so easy to add. It shouldn't be a problem. That's my opinion. Okay. I am checking all that out on my list. I like what we've got going on there. Let's go ahead. Bring our highlights down a bit. Let's open the shadows. I want to make sure I don't mess up the sky, the color of the sky much. We're going to add some texture for the horses. We're going to add clarity. I'm going to go ahead, add just a touch of dehaze. Even though there's no haze in the sky, you can actually jump in and get some cool effects with the dehaze if you're trying to get stuff. Don't take it to 100, ever. But you can actually get some cool effects just adding a little bit to, let's say, a landscape. We're going to add a bit of vibrance. It goes to 11. Don't want it to go to 11. Ooh, a little bit of clipping there. Okay, I'm having a tough time here because what is occurring is we have an overall brightness which is happening, and of course our focus is the horses. So we need to try to bring focus into this horse as much as possible. And so what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead, we're going to do a radial gradient. We're going to take this like so. Let me check out what we've got here. Our feather, bring our feather down just a little bit. We can bring this in. Bruce, I am not reading that yet. Okay, I think, everybody, this is not a drill. Alicia is in chat on YouTube. Hi, Bruce's mom. Hi, Bruce's mom. One more time. Hi, Bruce's mom. Alicia, thank you for being here. It's always wonderful to have you in chat, and we love your watercolors. Okay, and everybody in chat is saying hi, Bruce's mom. We're gonna do just a little bit of brightness. Next off, we're going to double click that. We're going to come up and we're going to hit duplicate and invert mask. So we're going to go to that one. Now we're going to bring down the exposure. We're going to bring down our highlights. We're going to bring down our contrast. Let's go down, and we're actually going to bring our clarity down a little bit, and also we're going to bring our texture down. We're going to try to soften up everything outside. We can even come in, give it a little bit more dehaze, and Okay, this one is too much now, so let's get back into mask 1. And we need to decrease our brightness just a little bit right there. Hi, Uma. Ah, that is wonderful, Bruce. Bruce says, she is waving at the screen. Thank you, Shawn. She lit up with joy. We always light up when you get here, Alicia. It is wonderful to have you. We try to make this a family affair. We try. Okay. That's the before. That's the after. I think we've got, again, a little bit oversaturation on the greens. So we want to bring down those greens. So let's go into our HSL. Go ahead, grab that. Bring down the saturation. Just a bit. We can actually, let's jump into our luminance. We're going to add a tiny bit of luminance in those greens. Tilt shift. I don't want to do a full tilt shift. It kind of feels that way because I was shooting with a long lens. Those are birds back there. I didn't even notice that. Oh, those are the geese. Ah, okay. I didn't even notice they were there. Let's get out of this for a second. So I was photographing these horses, and there were horses or Icelandic ponies all around, and then all of a sudden, and I missed the shot. I completely missed these. But these geese, oh, that's not bad. Not good, not bad though. Close. These geese all of a sudden came flying out of nowhere. And so I was like, whew, whipping my lens around trying to get photos of them. I get them here. Not close. Don't look close. I did not realize that they were there. Yep, there they are. You can see them. I'll end the stream right now, Steven. I'll end it. Don't tempt me. Okay, let's go into our effects. I mean, I got things to do today. I don't need to be here. I'm here because I want to be here. Okay. And these are still the first tangent. Oh, you guys. Yeah, I'm supposed to be working on waterfalls. Why am I working on horses? Everything is darkened up. Let's get back into the masks. Get into mask 1. We're going to increase this a little bit. Too much. Bring it down. Bruce says, yes, you do. It's not the same without you, Shawn. Just saying. I miss you guys too. It is amusing, not haha amusing, but it's amusing to me when I am out photographing and when I actually get a photo that I'm proud about, I'm like, I can't wait to show this on stream. Like the very first thing, when I get a good photo, I want to show my wife, and then you all are like the next people I want to show. I actually are like, oh, I can't wait. When what did I show first? The puffins. I was so excited for the puffin stream. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be so awesome. Chat is gonna love it. So, I mean, not to get mushy, it's when I'm not around, I still think of you. Michelle says, oh no, I missed the puffins. Tangent time. We need puffins. We need puffins. And you know who wasn't here? Bruce wasn't here. Alicia wasn't here. We've got people within the community that missed the puffins. So we need to do a quick puffin recap. I'm not going to do them all. So, quick recap. Mom would love the puffins also. Okay, we're doing a puffin recap. So, if you missed Tuesday's stream, you can always watch Tuesday's stream on Behance, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. It's still up on Twitch. But we're gonna do this. First off, I was so excited. If you saw my past streams before going to Iceland, I was afraid I wasn't going to see puffins. Everybody was saying the puffins were gone. Everything I was reading said that the puffins left at the end of August. So when I came to this cliffside, I was fearful I was not going to see any puffins. I saw puffins. I saw a ton of puffins. But the percentage of puffins that I saw, this is a small percentage of puffins on this hillside. It is the largest puffin population in the world. And when I've seen photos like this, there are probably 10 times more puffins than what you see in here. So imagine just nothing but a sea of puffins. It's amazing the photos that I have seen. Maybe a commercial break also, puffins for rent. If I could. So obviously right off the bat, I am so excited to see puffins that I am just photographing quick. I had to run back up to my car. Were you out of breath taking these? You're puffing, like puffing. I'll get my coat. That's funny, Eric. Oh, this is, at the beginning, just trying to show off the puffins. Like here, you've got this puffin right here. He's yawning, or it's yawning, and yawns are contagious. So right next to him, the next one yawns. So there's little things like this trying to show some type of personality within the puffins, but just so excited to see. Then of course, you're always trying to get them with eels, with fish. Now, eels are the main staple for puffins, but they will also eat herring and other small fish. So this is just, I couldn't believe it when I got this shot. I couldn't tell on the back of my camera what was hanging out of its mouth. Like, is it drooling? Does it have rabies? What is happening here? So I had to wait until I got, to my computer where I could actually like zoom in and see what's happening. These are good photos. These turned out great. Well, I understand why they're sad. I'm sitting too close to their burrow. Like this guy, this puffin, I use the term wrong, this puffin has food. The only time that they bring food back is when they want to feed their puffling in the nest. So this puffin was standing there for quite a while. And as you can see, it's looking right at me. So either I was too close to the nest that it didn't feel comfortable, and I did not realize this. This is my fault as a photographer. I didn't realize the impact that I was having on this puffin. I did later on. So there's different vantage points, obviously, of the puffins. Trying to catch them flying, just trying to get anything at all. You know, them yawning, stretching, shaking their feathers out. You can see all the, like every one of these little black spots are like burrows, nests. So they had nestlings. I love this shot. I love that. All of these are, most of these are unedited. So what I was shooting with is I was using my Nikon D500. I was using my 200 to 500 millimeter lens, and I was shooting at 50th of a second at ISO 800. I was trying to make sure that I could freeze the action. So that's what I was shooting with. And I love this foreground down in the grass. And we're gonna go through these quick. There is Mrs. Shawn on the opposite side cliff taking photos of these puffins down here. Them. And the interaction, trying to show the interaction of the puffins is always fun. Going on. Moving on. More puffins. Puffin disappointment that you didn't like their fish and uncertain how it would stuff eels in your mouth. Okay. That one's shaking, getting the water off. All right, now at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm good with these close-ups. Now I have a limited amount of time. I have a ferry to catch. I've got a timeline. So I'm thinking about what photos do I want? And I wanted with food, I want to show just basic interaction. I want them flying. These are the photos in my head. Once I was able to calm my excitement down, I could start thinking straight and think about which photos do I want. Wonder what a gang of puffins are. Are they unruly like seagulls, or do you think they would be polite and helpful? I think that because puffins are relatively very timid around people, I think they use people to keep the seagulls away from stealing their fish, and they keep the falcons away from eating them. So the seagulls and the falcons, they don't like people. Puffins kind of hang out, you know, they don't mind with people keeping distance, but... Okay, now this guy came up, lands, he's got huge mouthful of food, and I know I said this before, they only come back after fishing when they have a mouthful. They don't come back with one or two. They always come back with 5, 6. And just so you know, a puffin's age, puffins can live to be on average around 35 years old. The oldest known puffin was like 48 years old. So every winter they actually they molt part of their beak, and they lose the orange color, and it grows back for the mating season. And so depending upon how many rings, I don't know what the calculation is, but by the number of sections of the beak, you can tell the age of a puffin. Okay, so This guy flies back, comes back, and I'm all like happy. Yes, I saw one falcon. How many different animals did you see? Don't have to show them though. An Arctic fox, a seal, or seals, Arctic fox, seals, puffins, tons and tons of birds, horses, tons of horses, and sheep. All right, now, while I'm sitting here, I'm realizing this puffin is watching me, and he's doing stuff like this with his head I've never seen. And when I say never, I meant like in an hour, hour and a half, them do this with their head. And this puffin seems to be really watching me, and I was all excited about catching this photo, catching this puffin. Like this was, I was so ecstatic with this capture. And just, oh my goodness, I'm like, I can't believe I'm getting these. I was so happy. And then all of a sudden, it started to dawn on me, it's because I'm blocking his nest. So at that point, that's when it dawned on me that I had to start being more aware, you know. So I moved, and I sat there and I watched him kind of move up. I was its nest was halfway between where it was standing at this point and where I was taking the photo. So, okay. At this point, now I'm trying to be more, aware. I'm trying to get away from them. I'm taking photos further away. And now I need to get the flight photos. So this is where I'm like, okay, it's time for me to move. So I move over to the section where I showed the photo of my wife on that cliff. And this is the puffins that are on the cliff. I was up here at the top, and you can see there's a gull right there. And they go through and they try to scare the puffin or peck the puffin. So the puffin drops the fish and then the gull eats it. And it's so difficult because for those of you that have never seen a puffin fly, they are built to swim. So when they fly, their wings are moving so fast. Have a good afternoon, Eric. Thank you for being here, and I will be in contact. Their wings go so fast, they look like an oversized hummingbird when they fly. They don't glide. They don't kind of soar. Their wings are going. So it's very difficult to catch them. As I was trying to move around, trying to catch a puffin flying, I was not having much luck. And then, boom. Even has krill in the mouth. A humming puffin blob. That's a possibility. That is a possibility. So, right here, I'm like, this is the money shot. Oh my goodness. So ecstatic that I caught this photo. We've got the krill. We've got the full wingspan. It's just... They land pretty good, Robert. They look clumsy, but I've seen much worse birds land. Like, okay, I have no idea how to distinguish male and female puffins. So, trying to get them flying. Now, this is for those of you that missed Tuesday. At the end of the day, we're going to jump ahead. At the end of the day, we showed up on the same island. We're getting ready to leave. And this little girl shows up with her mom with cardboard boxes. This was the coolest way that this experience could end. This was so amazing. So all of a sudden, she comes up, she jumps up on this wall, she takes a puffin, she puts it between her legs and hucks it. I'm like, what? She's throwing now. I've never seen a baby puffin. Baby puffins have no orange. They're just black and white. They don't have orange feet. They don't have orange beaks. She launches them. And I'm like, Seda, hello? I'm like, what are you doing? So she grabs another bird. She takes it down. She launches it. And the bird flies off. She takes a third one. Now this one's totally flipped upside down. And she is so happy. The birds actually go out and they land at sea. And I say, what is happening? Like, what's going on? And this little girl is so excited. She says, she's Icelandic, but her English is great. And she says, we go hunting for puffins in the harbor. And I'm like, you go hunting for puffins? And she goes, yes. The puffins, when they leave the nest, now first off, later on I read about this. Baby puffins, when they first leave the nest, they leave the nest for 2 years. They stay at ocean for 2 years. They don't come back to land. So for 2 years, they're at the ocean. That is what they do. They leave the nest, they go to the ocean, and they're gone for 2 years. So what happens in this island is they have a huge harbor, and the puffins, when they leave the nest, they are drawn by the light. So they're heading out to sea, but yet they get drawn back into the harbor by the harbor lights. So they're disoriented, they're scared, they're running around the harbor. So the kids actually go out, they capture these puffins, they put them in a cardboard box, they take the cardboard box, or boxes in this case, to a vet or to whoever specializes in puffins on this island, and they check the puffin to make sure it's healthy enough to be released, and they give them back to the children, and then the children come back to this rock, this area, and throw them off the cliff. This is where all on this island, they've done this forever. There's a huge billboard talking about it here. The kids are taught about it in school. They're taught how to do it in school. So they start at a very young age taking care of the baby puffins. So as you can see, here is a baby puffin, very gray, dark, absolutely no orange. She is standing on a cliff. This is the size of the cliff over here. It's huge. So she gets to go up. She found the puffins. And it's funny because she's like, the other girl, she was like, yes, my mother will wake me up in the evening and say, let's go puffling hunting. That's awesome. So she goes through, and the mother's hanging on to her because, well, she's really getting into it. I mean, she's hiking it like a football right here. Like, what do you... And then she releases it. And the coolest thing, I mean, look at that face. Look at that face. I'm like, this is awesome. This is so awesome. So that was my puffin experience, and I could not have asked for a better time than that, especially with that ending. Yeah, so I learned more about puffins than I ever thought I would know. Okay. Oh, speaking of animals, Bruce. This is an Arctic fox. Barbara, hello. Michelle, thank you for that. Thank you for asking, by the way. I was not going to show puffins today. Honestly, I wasn't going to. But that is an Arctic fox. Never been to Iceland. Daryl has and said it's amazing, looks stunning. The people were great. The landscape, it was just non-stop amazing. I mean, the black sand beaches. Oh, now I didn't go up to the Crystal Beach that has the icebergs floating around. That's gonna have to be a next time, but just the black sand beaches is stunning, absolutely gorgeous. I don't know how I want to edit these, but I'll figure something out. I want to work on we've got about a half hour, 20 minutes, and let's see what we've got here. Again, churches. Yeah, here's the seal. He was just snoozing. This is interesting. I can say I've never seen this before. We've got sheep down on the beach eating seaweed, which I know seaweed, or the kelp, is very nutritious, but I can't say I've ever seen sheep down on the beach eating it. So I found that rather interesting. How long can you stay in between ferries? Well, the thing is, you have to buy specific tickets. It was, the ferry out and back was probably $130. Because we took our car, but you choose when you're gonna go and when you're gonna come back. So we got there at 1 o'clock, I think, and we came back at 5. So is that right? Yeah, something like that. Wait. Well, hold on. These are horses. I don't even know where we're at. Okay, that's our horses. So we're done with horses. This was actually gorgeous, and I wish I was closer. We've got a family of ponies. How much daylight was you getting? I was so tired after each day. I was spent. I would get up at some places, I would get up at, 1, 2 in the morning and there'd still be some light. 3 in the morning, it was black. I was going to try to go out and actually get some northern lights, and I came to the conclusion I'm too freaking tired. I don't want to be tired the next day driving. So northern lights, I missed. That is not bad. Take that yellow strip out. It's a maybe. I mean, give that a rating. Okay, I'm not going to do another horse. We're going to move on. I do like that one. This is kind of more of the when you think of Icelandic ponies, this is kind of what you see, the blonde flowing hair, because it's so windy. I know those locks. Jeez. We're moving on. Lots of ponies. Okay. I want to do a waterfall. Let me find a waterfall. Let me put in waterfall. Okay. Here we go. These are new, or I should say you haven't seen these. I think we had quite a wonderful time, Bruce. It was a lot of just wow. Like, we've never seen lava fields. You know, we got to go through and see ancient lava fields to brand new lava fields that are 1 or 2 years old. And this is gorgeous. This is absolutely beautiful. I love the mountains, the clouds, the ocean. And then climbing into a gorge just to get to a waterfall. Some of the waterfalls that were the big rated waterfalls or easy access were actually not impressive to me. There was one in the national park that I was like, this sucks. I'm sorry. We went and found off the beaten path waterfalls where it's literally just Aunt and my wife and I, totally by ourselves, nobody else there, and it was absolutely spectacular to be there. And then these ones where it's all on the tour groups, the waterfalls aren't that great. So, okay, I'm shooting HDR here. Good morning, Hannity. Hannity? I think that I pronounced your name right. I hope I did. Oh, cold. Cold. Yes. The water. I was not. I was wearing shorts most of the time. And if it was raining, I'd rain here. Okay. I'm just trying to pick a photo out. And these are literally all different waterfalls. This one is actually used in the Game of Thrones. This is the waterfall in the Game of Thrones, if you're familiar with it, where the dragon like comes flying out of it. I'm not excited about these right now. Time did I take these? 12:30. Yeah, that's why. The lighting was killing me. Okay, so you have seen probably about 5 waterfalls that I've shown. This one here is at the national park, and there were thousands of people. It's not tall. It's not big. Definitely not impressive. And I didn't realize I did a panoramic there. So let's go ahead, grab that one. Hold shift, grab that one. We're gonna knock this out. Photo merge, panorama. Boom. Let's try the fill edges. Maybe it may have worked. Let's go ahead and merge. Eduardo, hello. Sorry for speak. Congratulations, Brazil. 7th of September. Independence Day. I love Brazil, my country. I did not know that. Happy Independence Day. do not be sorry with letting me know what's happening in your country. Happy Independence Day. That's good to know. Content Aware Phil did a pretty decent job. Let's go ahead. Let's zoom in here. Get rid of a couple of these things. Let's use the new erase tool. Grab that. Ooh, that did a really bad job. Man Z, why did you do such a bad job? It's just rocks. Okay, I can live with that. Making our brush a little bit smaller. Get rid of this. And making sure to eliminate the shadow also right there. Continue on here. Ooh, you can see here the Content Aware Fill. Look at that line. That did not do a good job. Such a great community. Wishing Brazil a happy Independence Day. So nice. Oof. This waterfall. Look at the water. Now, if you want to look at something that looks cold, this water looks so cold. I cannot believe this. This is actually a gorgeous waterfall with a crest or a broken in the middle back here and flowing off all of these sides into these pools. Does that mean it's cold? I'm assuming it's cold. Like you don't usually see water this cold or water that looks this blue like this. It does look like ice. Yeah, I like that. That one is nice. I like the foreground. I like the depth. What did I shoot that with? Okay. Let me give that a 3. That one not so much. Oh, another panoramic. Okay, hold on everybody. Hold on. And we got people. Freaking people. I am not going to use the fill edges on this one. I may take it into Photoshop eventually. Here is my thoughts, Bruce. Johan, welcome in. I'm good than you. Good to know it. I have spent years and years trying to get rid of people. Johan, we are all artists here. We are different. We have different skills. We have different abilities. We're all artists here trying to get a job. Okay. Now, this guy I have to remove. Okay. I can see his face. He needs to be removed. The woman, I may leave. You cannot tell what she looks like. Do I need to remove any logos? I'm not seeing any logos on her shoes. We've got people up here. They will be removed for sure. Now, having a landscape like this with just a bit of life like this right here off in the corner, especially that pink, is actually not bad at all. It's giving more of a life to the scene that normally would not have. What is this up here? Okay, that fence needs to go. So I'm looking at distractions. The crop of this will need to actually, this does nothing for me over here. So one of the things that I would do is at some point, not right now, I would take this into Photoshop. I would use the generative fill to fill everything in. And then I would probably crop this edge out because it's not adding to the photo. To show you what I'm talking about, not compare, hitting D for develop. Let's get into our crop tool. I would probably go in with something like that. Now I want to find a stick so I can do proper panoramics with my iPhone. Most iPhones, you can do it automatically. Okay, so the difference, Evie, the difference, okay, that's a good question. That's a good question. Of course, I don't have my phone here, but if you were to take your phone, and most phones have a panoramic feature, you can click on it. You can, and it stitches together a panoramic. You can do that. Now, that phone is made to be done like that. That you can just scan it like that. It takes the I don't know how it's doing it. It doesn't matter. The problem that I have with it is it's still small amount of pixels. You don't have the quality. This is a 11,000, almost 12,000 pixels by 5,600 pixels. This is a huge file. So at any point, if I had a correct depth of field, you can like zoom in quite a bit. I'm zooming in at 200%. And you can see things. You can like, okay, yep. So that's kind of the difference. Oh God, I wasn't sharing. You can zoom in and look close up. Things like that you're not able to do with a phone photo because it doesn't have the pixels. But that should not stop you from doing it. Yeah, I know. I'm back, Evie. All right, let's get back to our waterfalls. All right, so I started shooting with my fisheye again. Evie, I am not dissing anybody that uses a phone. Just a phone is not part of my workflow. That's all I'm saying. I am happy that people actually take photos. Any photos, I'm happy. All right, so this is the big waterfall. This is Gullfoss. And you can see the color that you're getting is from the rain from the night before. A lot of silt in the water. Stephen, take care. Have a great day. Thank you for being here. And you can see the people, to see the size, you can see the people here. This is massive. This is just a massive waterfall. I don't know what to really say about it. Okay. Just trying to get photos with as little people as possible. What's in the hole? Hole. The hole. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know, Evie. I don't know what you mean by hole. Okay. Now these are getting, this is pretty cool. This double waterfall. Oh, it's the river. It's a series of steps, and you can't see the last step, the bottom of the last step. Unless I think you're from the other side. I do like this. I like the foreground elements. I like the background elements. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. Okay. We're doing a quick edit here, and then I gotta call it a day. So let's see what we've got, what I shot this with. ISO 100. Okay. Let's go into our crop. We need an angle. Here is, and that's not what I wanted to do. Angle, not aspect. That is our only horizon right there. I'm good with that. Let's close that down. I'm looking for the crop. This path. Johan, no. Do not ask for people to follow you. We all know how to click on your icon and actually look at your Behance page if we care to. Do not ask for that. Johan, one more time, and someone's gonna get booted. Booted. All right, let's take down our highlights. Bringing those clouds back out right there. I like that. Open up our shadows. We can bring down our blacks a bit. Open up our whites, and I'm checking our histogram for that. You can add a little bit of texture. Bit of clarity. Add just a touch of vibrance, right around 15. The lava, the structures that you get from the lava is amazing. I mean, there are so many rock features, textures. It's stunning. Vignesh, hello, welcome in. I mean, that was one of the interesting things, is going out and seeing the actual lava flow from 2 years ago, not this year, 2 years ago. I find really interesting. Really interesting. Oh, that's a good way to put it. It is like chocolate, like those. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I never thought of that before, Umacorn. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna. I'm gonna soften up the blacks just a little bit. Getting a little bit of contrast. I don't want to bring down any of the whites because our whites are going to be up here. We may darken up. Let's do that really quick. Grab a linear gradient. Speaking of stretches, have you ever done pixel stretches of Iceland photos? I have not, because I just got back, Bruce. I mean, I just got back, man. Come on. We're gonna add a little bit of blue to that sky, darken that up. Stuart, what have you been doing? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, yeah, Bruce, it was my first time. Absolutely. And yes, Stuart, believe me, I know this gig is 24/7. It's a killer. It is a killer. Okay, just cooling up that sky a little bit, darkening it up, bringing a little bit more clouds. I'm happy with that. Check out the before and after. Okay, too much green going on. I want to put the blues and purples in this rock and give the ice water more turquoise. Okay, you go right ahead. You broke the internet, so just so you can sleep. Maybe. The only thing I missed about that was I really would have liked to maybe had a beer with the gentleman. Let's see what we get, Evie. Evie's saying put the blues and blues and purples in this rock and the ice cold water more turquoise. Due to the fact that it is a waterfall, I don't want to do anything like that. In the sense of changing the color of the water, the rapids. You know, I don't want to mess that up at all. Bruce, that stream does not exist. It didn't happen. It did not happen. That's funny. I almost... No, that's why Stuart said I broke the internet. Not far from the truth. Not far at all. Okay. I like what we've got going there. Need someone to go over these falls in a barrel. What did you think I did after? That's how I broke my lens, Bruce. I'm thinking, okay. We've got one of the issues I've have here with what's happening is we kind of have a flat, it's very flat lighting because it's overcast. So we're gonna grab a mask. Let me think about this. We're gonna add some depth through here. I'm just gonna brighten up spots that are already a little bit bright. So we're gonna just add a little bit that we've got going on here. Let me increase our feather a little bit. And it's just touch. Ooh, that's actually getting nice. Let me move that out of the way. Okay, let's create a new mask. Let's get another brush. Now, let's bring this down here. Going to do the opposite. Just going through and darkening up areas that are already dark. Doing a little bit of dodge and burn. Coming back to our other mask. Adding a little bit of depth that we've got going on these hillsides. Robert, have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Wow, that is a huge difference there. Just trying to add a little bit of depth using the dodge and burn. Go into our effects. Little bit of a vignette. Bringing the eye in. Going into our detail. We're going to give it some sharpening. Holding down the Option key. Right there. Okay, so that is where we started with this photo. Very flat lighting. That's where we ended up. I like it. That is nice. That is nice. Okay, because I was talking about it, I'm just going to, whoops, get rid of that. Let's go down to the very bottom. And for those of you that do not know, I was actually able to go from Eurasia to North America on this trip. This is a bridge between the North America tectonic plate and Eurasian tectonic plate. So this is actually the separation of the two plates moving across. And this side here, this side is North America. This side is Eurasia. So this was actually kind of cool to me, just being able to say, hey, you know, I was able to step in North America from Iceland. So that was actually pretty cool. Talking about the flows, let me jump back a little bit. Okay, so for those of you that have been paying attention to anything about Iceland over the last 3 years, you know that once a year within this region, this very specific region where I'm at, once a year a volcano goes off. Just recently, the last one that was spewing lava just stopped recently, like at the beginning of August. I was disappointed that I didn't get a chance to go there, but I got to hike in and actually see the lava flow from the volcano that erupted. And I cannot remember if it was from 2 years ago or last year's volcano. I can't remember. I apologize, but what's 1 or 2 years between a million years of volcanic activity? Yeah, Michelle, that one stopped. It's just barely smoking now, if I remember. So the cool thing is, of course, do not walk on the lava. So what's the very first thing you see? People walking on the lava. And I have to say, I have never seen so many bad tourists. People that do not listen, the people that don't follow the rules. I've never seen so many horrible tourists than on this trip. People think they have the right to stomp through certain areas, which it takes decades for anything to grow on Iceland. It's so cold and the growing season is so short. But people think, oh, no, I'm here. I'm on tour. I can pick this flower. I can cross this rope. I can walk on this. I can stamp on the. Oh, I've never seen so many bad tourists. And the funny thing is, the majority of them weren't American. That's, I'm used to seeing a lot of bad American tourists in Europe. They are not good. Here, nope, worldwide badness. They suck everybody. I saw people chasing sheep, trying to get selfies with them. Horrible. So please, for the love of God, if you ever tour any place, you travel anywhere, be a good tourist. Don't be a jerk. Follow the rules. Be respectful of the environment. Be respectful of the animals. Be respectful of the people that live there. It was horrible. It ruined so many events, so many things on my trip that I had to actually just get away from people. Like, I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. People try, okay, Iceland to me, I'm going on a rant now. I apologize. Everybody just look at the lava flow while I rant. Put me on mute. I'll give you one of these when I'm ready. No, I saw one ranger the entire time. But yeah. Okay, I'm done. I got it out of my system. No, let me say this. This trip to Iceland to me is the pinnacle of where I wanted to travel to. This is the last place on my bucket list. This is my dream vacation for probably 8 years to go to. It was such an honor for me to go here, and I was so excited and respected every single thing. And it was so frustrating when people don't have the same respect or even the awe, or they don't belong there. They shouldn't. It is such a spectacular place, but people didn't realize it. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. So, yes, walking on lava flows. And as you can see, not on these ones. Let me come over here. Well, here you can see a little bit of a vent. That one, it was windy. There's literally stuff coming out of these. There's vents, and people are out there walking on it. And it's like, really? Really? Like, not wise. So the reason that I brought this up is to show the texture of the lava flows. That was a rant. That was a rant. I yelled at people. I mean, I didn't care if they didn't speak English. I'm dropping F-bombs on them. They did not respect the environment. They didn't respect the land. Oh. So the textures are absolutely stunning that occur within this. And yes, as I think it was General Magma. A large stick to point at them helps when shouting at tourists. Oh, yeah. So yeah, this was pretty stunning to see, but also really getting back and taking a view of the entire flow. You know, like, wow. Can you imagine like standing up here and watching this lava just come down? Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. I am done. That was a very bad time or bad way to end the stream, but people walking on the lava got me fired up. Oh. Okay, I want to thank you all for being here. One of the things that I think I'm going to be doing in the near future is working on some of the geysers and putting together in Premiere Pro a time lapse. And I'm thinking about also, like, could you do a time lapse in Adobe Express? I don't know. I've never tried. So I do have a series of photos of geysers. And I'm thinking about, like, okay, do I want to just jump into Premiere Pro and do it, or do I want to try it in Express? So we're gonna do some different things. You know, I've got 1,500 photos, and I'm not gonna make you look at them all to edit, but there are some things like the panoramics, like the time lapse, that I'm hoping to work with work on, and I hope you're not too bored with it. Again, I'm excited about it. Okay, Bruce says fired up lava. Good choice of words there, Shawn. Yeah. Evie, thank you. Lots of great info and pictures today, Shawn. Thank you, Evie. I'm sure if they'll continue to walk on the lava, they'd fire up. I hope. Daryl, have a great day. Thank you for being here. Stuart, Devlin, fun to see all those and you working through them. Yeah, actually, I need to find one that I was so I can make a screenshot for my thumbnail. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I have another stream in about an hour and a half that I got to get some work done on for that. So if you have time, jump into the Firefly Discord, and Jack and I believe it'll be Jack and I, will be working on something AI related, I don't know, in the Firefly Discord. So everybody have a great rest of the day. Take care, be safe, and just be good tourists. Bye, Bruce's mom. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. I'll see you in chat.